What if you could build a kind of biological shield for your child? I mean, a shield that actually trains their body to beat dangerous diseases before they even show up. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, the incredible science behind childhood immunization.
I know, it sounds a little bit like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But that's really the core idea behind vaccination. It's not about just sitting around waiting for an attack. Nope, it's about getting ahead of the game, training your body's own defense forces for a battle that they might one day have to fight.
Okay, so how do we actually build this shield? Well, it all starts with understanding the amazing defense system that we're all born with. So let's get right down to the basics. What even is immunity?
Okay, so at the very heart of immunity, you've got these things called antibodies. The best way to think of them is like your body's own special forces. When a germ tries to invade, your immune system cranks out these antibodies to take care of the threat. And this is the really cool part, they don't just vanish afterward. They stick around, kind of like a veteran defense squad, creating this amazing memory. It means if that same germ ever dares to show up again, your body can crush it instantly. That's immunity in a nutshell.
All right, so if our body is already so smart, where do vaccines come in? Well, you can think of a vaccine as a training manual. It's like a blueprint that teaches the body how to build up that defense, but, and this is key, without having to go through the whole messy, full-scale war of a real sickness.
It's actually a pretty simple and, elegant process. It's just 3 steps. First, the vaccine introduces a super safe, inactive little piece of a germ. This just gives your immune system a little nudge. It stimulates it. Second, your body sees that and goes, okay, I know what to do, and it starts producing those all-important protective antibodies. And then third, those antibodies hang around, giving you that long-lasting immunity. So you get all the benefits of having fought the disease without ever actually having to get sick. Pretty smart, right?
Okay, so now we know how the shield gets built. Let's talk about what it's built to protect us from. And look, we're not talking about minor sniffles here. These are really serious diseases that, thankfully, vaccination has helped us get under control.
One of the cleverest things they figured out with vaccines is how to combine them. A perfect example is what's called the DTP vaccine. It protects against 3 totally different but all equally nasty bacterial infections, all in just one go.
And again, just to be clear, these are serious threats. Diphtheria, it can literally cause a membrane to grow that blocks a child's airway. Tetanus, that's a severe and often fatal infection. And whooping cough, it causes these coughing fits that are so violent, kids just can't catch their breath. So yeah, one single vaccine giving powerful protection against all 3 of those, that's a huge deal.
And then there's polio. For our parents' or grandparents' generations, this was a truly terrifying disease, and for good reason. It's a virus that attacks the nervous system, and it can cause paralysis that's permanent. It's only because of widespread vaccination that it's become so incredibly rare today.
Okay, another really important combination vaccine is the MMR. This one takes aim at 3 very common and also potentially very serious viral illnesses.
First on that list is measles. And we really have to be clear here. This is so much more than just a simple childhood rash. Measles is a really serious illness. It can cause something called encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain, and that can lead to permanent brain damage.
Next up, we have mumps. And just like with measles, mumps comes with a risk of infecting the brain. It can cause some really dangerous conditions like meningitis or, again, encephalitis.
And the third one in the MMR is rubella, which you might know as German measles. Now, this one is often pretty mild if a kid gets it. The real danger is if a pregnant woman gets it. It can cause absolutely devastating birth defects. So you see, immunizing a child against rubella isn't just about protecting them, it's about protecting the next generation too.
And believe it or not, the shield gets even stronger. The standard schedule covers even more. You've got hepatitis B, which is given right after birth. There's Hib and meningococcus C, both of which prevent deadly types of meningitis. Then there's pneumococcus, which fights off things like pneumonia. And rotavirus, a vaccine that stops severe stomach bugs. It's a really comprehensive line of defense.
All right, so we've covered the why and the what. Let's spend a minute on the how, the practical side of things and what you can actually expect.
Of course, it's totally natural to wonder about side effects. And the good news is, the vast majority of the time, there are none at all. Sometimes you might see a mild reaction, a little bit of redness where the shot was given, or maybe a low fever. That can happen. A bit less common, a child might feel a little under the weather for a day or 2. That's most often linked to the whooping cough part of the vaccine.
But really, that's just a sign that their immune system is firing up and doing its job.
And look, while you can absolutely find the standard immunization schedule online, the single most important conversation you can have is with your doctor. They're the ones who can give you personalized advice and answer any and all questions you have that are specific to your family.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second and wrap this up. After going through all these details, what's the big picture here? What is the real, lasting impact of all this?
Honestly, the impact is almost hard to fully wrap your head around. We're talking about diseases that used to terrify parents, diseases that filled up hospitals, and now they're preventable. Widespread vaccination hasn't just reduced the number of deaths, it has saved a staggering number of lives. It is, without any exaggeration, one of the greatest triumphs of modern medicine, full stop.
And this quote we came across really just nails it. Immunization is vital preventive medicine. That's the key, isn't it? It's not about reacting to sickness once it's already there. It's about preventing it from ever getting a foothold in the first place. It's vital, and it's preventative.
So, to finish up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. When we prevent these diseases, what's the biggest thing we really gain? I mean, beyond just not getting sick. Is it peace of mind for parents? Is it the freedom for kids to just run around and be kids without these old fears hanging over them? Or maybe, is it the strength that comes from building a healthier community for absolutely everyone? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer,